What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. I had this battle just the other day with a viewer in my chat. Not too sure of his Twitch name. If he gets back to me, I'll put it in the description. But for now, he's just going to be called John. And as you can see, he's actually using my basic wall core, which I've been seeing more and more of, especially on my stream. You know, just catching on. But my team's going to be Braviary, Chandelure, Reuniclus, Durant, Tangrowth, and Florges. As John's going to be using a Mega Mawile, a Greninja, Tangrowth as well, Garchomp, Florges as well, and Galvantula. Obviously, on this team is going to be Galvantula, Sticky Web set. It's incredibly common, so I knew right off the bat that was going to be the lead. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything to stop him from setting up on me. I don't even have a Rapid Spinner, so I know right off the bat I'm going to be at a pretty big disadvantage. So like I said, he leads Galvantula. Now, the reason for leading Braviary here is, one, I know I can two-hit it and outspeed thanks to the Scarf, and two, I'm trying to maybe bait him into killing me, which I wouldn't be too, you know, worried about. Maybe it's like, oh, I get a free kill and Thunder me, but, you know, maybe I can avoid the Sticky Web, but not the case. He's going to set it up anyway. I didn't want him to. That kind of hurts my Chandelure. It really hurts my Durant. I'm actually carrying two Choice Scarfers on this team, which I just realized. Anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire off with a Brave Bird. He switches into Garchomp here. Garchomp has Bulk, but Braviary is a straight powerhouse, so I'm pretty aware that he's going to have a hard time taking two. Ends up doing just a little bit over half, but he ends up getting the Rough Skin and the Rocky Helmet, plus the fact he does recoil damage, so I take a solid like 50% just off of hitting him. Now here, I was actually just going to go for Brave Bird again to kill it. I knew I was going to die, but I was okay with that. But he actually ends up bringing Evangela to take the death, which is fine by me. It means I'm going to, you know, not take any recoil damage or any of that kind of stuff, so I'm okay with that. So Galvantula goes down. I mean, obviously he served his purpose, sent up that Sticky Web. Most Galvantulas are typically end up being death fodder anyway, if they're outsped. You know, sometimes they can fire off a Thunder or something. He brings back in Garchomp. I thought that a little different because I was, you know, why'd you switch out just to sack him? This time, though, I actually rethink my decision. I'm going to go ahead and switch out knowing that Ramen can basically annihilate this thing, even if it's carrying, like, Poison Jab or something. He's going to go straight for a Dragon Claw. That would have killed me, obviously. I had, like, no HP left, but really it was a sack if I wanted to attack him. So he's going to bring Greninja now. Sometimes I go for, Giga Drain just to get damage off. If I would have, I probably would have killed Greninja. Unfortunately, I was, you know, thinking Mega Mawile there at that point. To take like a grass attack, so I went for Leech Seed just in case. It turns out he brings in Greninja, so I'm not going to do anything really. Just kind of be a little stally. So at this point, I've got you know, the all-in-one counter Greninja. There's absolutely nothing it can do to me on Florges. So I switch in, get a little Sticky Web here. That becomes a problem throughout the match, obviously. And he goes in and goes for Ice Beam with the Protean. He's going to go ahead. It's going to do very little. I mean, Florges is so invested in special defense that it's just really hard to take her out with any kind of special attack most of the time, even super effective ones most of the time. And after Leftovers and Leech Seed, I'm going to take basically no damage. To the point that Greninja knows there's absolutely no way he's going to do anything to me at that point. So I was just going to go ahead and fire off attack just to see if he switches. He goes into Mawile here. That's okay. Mawile is really, really bad, not Mega. So I know even like a new, not very effective Moonblast from not even someone invested in attack still does a solid 25% or so, which was good. That's a good start on Mawile. I know any damage could come in handy later since it has no form of recovery, but this thing is a pain in my ass, honestly. I'm going to bring in Tangrowth. He's my physical wall, obviously, but honestly, Mawile when it Megas, its attack is so through the roof that it's going to be difficult on me right off the get-go. I know he's going to go for Iron Head. The best thing I had for that was really like Durant, and even he wouldn't take it really well, so I brought in Ramen. It does a solid hit. It's a 3-hit KO easily. He gets another one off and a flinch, so obviously I'm not going to go, I'm not losing Ramen that quick. He's too important to my team, so instead I'm just going to switch into Braviary, and I'm going to take the Iron Head. Braviary was low on HP anyway, so, you know, that's neither here nor there, really. He did a good job anyway. So we're going to Chandelure here, the point being, to try to scare him out with a flamethrower. I was really terrible. I was pretty certain he could one-hit me with Sucker Punch, but I was just trying to make him switch, and it worked. You know, maybe I'm gonna go for Will-O-Wisp. That was the point there, but I went for flamethrower just in case, and it goes into Forge. I do absolutely nothing. Obviously, he's got his own Forge. So at this point, I'm not really sure what Forge wants to do to me, but obviously I'm walled. He's going to have Wish and Protect and Leftovers, and I'm not going to be able to touch it at all, really. So I'm going to go into Durant. Durant, even with the, minus speed, is still going to easily outspeed Forge, since no Forge in the history of Forge is speed invested, really. Kevin's frail special defense allows him to, he takes a pretty heavy hit from that Moonblast as well. Does about as much as it did to Mawile, if not more. But obviously he's going to be scared out here. He's going to go into his physical wall, which is Tangrowth. Now, Durant is Hustle. He's got a massive amount of attack already. So, really, Durant is one of the really good Pokemon physically based that can handle a Tangrowth Relay. So I go for X-Scissor. I do a massive amount. Don't quite get the kill. I didn't think I would. He's just going to go for Knockoff. That only knocks on my Leechy Berry, which isn't that bad. And Durant, playing nice with me, gets 3 hits in a row with Hustle, which is actually ridiculous. And I get the Tangrowth down, which is awesome. That thing is a pain, as a lot of you guys might be aware, since you probably faced it once or twice. He brings a Garchomp here. I'm not trying to waste Durant so early, so I'm going to go into Reuniclus. Now, I went into Reuniclus because I was scared of Fire Blast, actually. I've seen it more than once. I outspeed him, so it was kind of a weird switch in my eyes just to bring him in like that. He just goes for Iron Head, though, and then goes for Crunch. Reuniclus actually tanks that better than I thought he would. I thought he was dead when I saw Crunch. And I'm going to kill him with Shadow Ball. Now, the reason I didn't bring Tangrowth to try to take out Garchomp is because after, the flinch from the Iron Heads and all that, I was really low on HP, so switching into an attack might have been bad. And I was, like I said, I was kind of predicting Fire Blast there, so Ramen was not the best switch. So he goes back into Greninja here. I'm going to go back into Fords. I wall this thing for Dazers unless it freezes me. There's absolutely nothing you can do to me. But it ends up going for Dark Pulse, which was because really he could have killed me with any attack, obviously. And, something like Scald would have been a lot better because it would have massacred Durant. It would have probably killed Chandelure. It would have done decent damage to Ramen, but but at this point he actually stays in. I guess he was just kind of like, giving up more or less. I don't know. But I don't, because he could have switched into Florgs at the very least, but whatever the case may be, he goes for Scald, I guess maybe trying to get a burn on me, but it doesn't do anything really, and he's not getting the burn either. He ends up being a Citrus Berry set, which is different. I guess it can allow him to take an extra hit sometimes against walls, which is, not that bad. Life Orb, in my opinion, is much better, but no hacks on the Scald twice in a row. That's a miracle. And I'm going to go ahead and annihilate Greninja here. So at this point, it's actually 2-on-5. So it's looking really good for Chris. Like, at this point, I'm like, yeah, I got this wrapped up. But Mawile is such a pain. Oh, my lord. Just the fact that this thing is even, on this guy's team scares the hell out of me. So again, Rama's too low on HP for me to want to switch in, obviously, so I'm going to switch in Reuniclus. He already killed Garchomp. He did a fine job, so he's going to take that death. Like, there's nothing I could have done. If he went for Sucker Punch, he could have just did it again. I would have, at max HP would have killed me. So yet again, I'm trying to scare him out, but I guess, I don't know, I guess the risk was greater here. And I didn't go for it last time, so this time he goes for Sucker Punch. I'm actually a Scarf set, just like Braviary, so I didn't have Will-O-Wisp on me, which kind of sucks, but he makes the good call there and goes in and kills me, that's not too bad. I don't really need much anymore. So I'm going to bring in Tangrowth here. I'm at a bad situation already. He's going to go for Iron Head. This is the one time Iron Head did not flinch me, and I needed it. If he flinched me there, I was dead. I lost. There was nothing else I was going to be able to do, but I get it off. I live with, what, 7 HP, I think? And, get that Leech Seed off? Yeah, 7 HP, good lord. Such bulk on him. So now I'm going to go for Protect. At this point, all I can do, unfortunately, is just try to stall him out as best as possible. That's all I got on him. I can't hurt him anyway. I can't go for an attack. He'll outspeed me and destroy me. So his only two Pokemon left, as you see, are Mawile and Florg, so that means my Florgs is completely useless. There's nothing. It's gonna get one shot by Iron Head, and it's gonna get walled by Florgs. Even though I'd wall Florgs, I'm not about to try to do a Florgs on Florgs battle. That's a pain in the ass. So he just goes for Iron Head. That's kills me 3 or 4 times over. Some ridiculous amount of times. That did so much HP. I don't even know if Florgs can handle it. Gonna bring in Durant here. Now this seems like an odd switch, but I had to make this call here. I brought in Durant. I'm gonna still outspeed after Sticky Web, so he's gonna be forced to go for Sucker Punch. That allows me to bring in Tangrowth, which normally is like, why didn't you just bring in Tangrowth anyway? But this is gonna give me a free Leech Seed recovery, which is great. Just that one extra Leech Seed could be a huge difference here, because now after Regenerator, I'm nearly back up to 75%, which is huge. So he goes for Iron Head again. It's going to take me down quite a bit, and there's that flinch, which is great. Little more Leech recovery. Now I can go for Protect. He's about 2 away at this point from death, so I know I'm in an okay situation since Mawile has no form of recovery. This is all I can do though against this thing with my team. I just had nothing. With Sucker Punch, this thing is such a pain if you can't get a burn on it. So, Leech Seed recover a little bit more. I know he's 1 Leech Seed now from this point. I can take an Iron Head, unless it crits. And he takes me down to 27 and gets, guess again, another flinch. I think he hit me with that 4 times and got 3. It's a 30% rate, I think. Maybe less. So, I mean, he was on like 75% flinch rate there. That thing is a pain. So now he's just down to Florgs. Honestly, though, I'm still not completely confident in my ability to win this. He goes for Energy Ball. I found that weird. My only Pokemon was Durant. I mean, he resists Moonblast, but he double resists Energy Ball. So I get a knockoff going, which probably didn't matter that much in the very end. He's just going to go for another Energy Ball. That's going to take me down as well. So now it just becomes a one-on-one. Now, I've not used Hone Claws on Durant yet this whole battle. He has not missed, despite the fact he had Hustle. I don't know if I could have tanked the Moonblast. It would have been close, but I don't think I would have. I needed this hit, and thankfully Durant gave it to me one more time. He hit like 4 times in a row on that, so I guess that kind of makes up a little bit for the flinch X in a while. But either way, I get the kill on Florgs, and that's the end of the battle. I get the narrowest of 1-0 victories there, and it was a really, really good game. That Mawile, though, is such a problem. Like I said, unless you can like burn it, it's gonna completely wreck you, more or less, especially when you're rocking a team as low tier as mine. I think I had, what, 2 UU Pokemon? Maybe 3 for Uniclus is one, I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of the battle, guys. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the battle, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that as well, excuse me. I try to upload battles as much as possible. Almost all of them are from my stream. If you guys have found me on YouTube and you haven't checked out my stream, you should give it a look at www.twitch.tv/xchriscobain. I seriously stream 7 days a week. And that'll be it for me, you guys. I will see you guys in the next video.